Good morning everyone. As you can see, I'm in the beautiful Lake District. Got Ullswater right behind me. It's an absolutely stunning morning so far. No wind, really nice. So, welcome back to the height of life. For my regulars, it's been a while, I know. If you just joined the channel, then today we're going to head up Glenridding Dodd to Sheffield Pike up to Hartside. Relatively easy Wainwright, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for a lot of the inconsistency of the channel, which we'll come to later. But anyway, like I said, Ullswater right there. I've started off at Glencoyne National Trust car park. It's free for members, or obviously you can pay. I'll put a little snippet on the screen now of the prices, etc. Car park holds around 35 cars, I believe. There's plenty of space, especially if you get there early, because it will fill up quick, especially at peak times. Then I've literally headed right out of the car park along a path on the Ullswater Way, just crossing the road, getting onto the Ullswater Way, and then heading right at Mosdale Bay up to a path next to Mosdale Beck, which is where I am now. So we're just heading back up the forest here. In fact, these beautiful, I don't know if you can see them up there, bits of clouds on the mountains. Sorry, that distracted me there. So yeah, just going to head up to Glenridding Dodd. I'll show you along the way, and we'll see what views we have up there. Yeah, so as always, it is amazing to be back in the Lake District. Just navigating through this woods on next to Mosdale Beck, but there is lots of very slippy tree roots and whatnot. There's like another stream next to the main stream slipping down on the sort of path that you've got to follow, so just being careful for that reason, and for another reason which I suppose I'll come to in a little bit later. Yeah, so Glenridding Dodd, first Wainwright. You can go straight up from Glenridding, but I've decided to come up this way purely because it's not quite so steep. Again, I'll come to that later on. Plus this way is a little bit quieter, so I've read. And I like the car park. It's by National Trust car park. I'm a National Trust member, so it's free for me at least. Oh, let's get through this now. Oh, what would you read? Wouldn't want to be crossing there when that fell, would you? Seriously though, look at the size of this thing. Try and give you a bit more perspective of how big it is. So look at this, look. Absolutely massive. Blooming hell. That is a big load of tree roots. Wow. Bet that made some sound. Whoa. Bet that made some sound when that fell. Question is, no one was here to hear it. Did it make a sound? Look at that, look. Whoa. Amazing. Right, so I'm out of the forest now, and I believe right up there is, let me just get past this tree, sorry. So I believe right up there is Heron Pike. I'm not sure if that's Sheffield Pike, it looks a bit too close, but I think it's Heron Pike up there anyway. I will double check a map. I believe when we've been up Glenridding Dodd, we're going to go up there. I think. In fact, I think that might be Glenridding Dodd right up there. I'm not sure if you can see that just through the trees. Right, opening up even more now. It's starting to look stunning. You can see, I think that's very faintly Cat's cam poking out in the clouds. We'll double check. So obviously going over to Stroy's Edge and Helvellyn over the other side of that. But we are now just about to reach the top of Glenridding Dodd. So hopefully Wainwright number one of the day. Well, not hopefully because I'm here, but I mean hopefully there'll be more than the one. So let's just get up this. There you go. Glenridding Dodd done. Relatively easy. The way I'll come anyway. The other way is pretty steep. But as I said before, there's a reason for me ticking these ones off. But I'm just glad to be out doing these, to be fair, I really am. It's been a bit of a mad half a year. All's water opening up now, even more, looking stunning. Never disappoints. Doesn't matter what time of the year you come to the Lake District, it's always absolutely epic. So, yeah, it's just amazing everywhere. I'll get out of the way of the camera, show you the views from the top of Glenridding Dodd on a relatively clear day with a high cloud base at least. It's looking amazing. So stunning. And I believe we are going up there next. So should be fun. Right, so Glenridding Dodd, awesome little summit. Let's carry on with the next one. Hopefully there'll be even more stunning views of Ullswater from up there. So, very quickly, one of the reasons for pausing on the channel and not being able to get out was because last year I messed one knee up pretty bad training for something else, something I haven't done for over 10 years. I was basically going to do the summer or winter fan dance or both. I know the Brecon Beacons, like the back of my hands. I've been there, about 15 years. Still a lot of training in there. Haven't done any ruck marching with load bearing pretty heavy weights for say over 10-12 years. So I knew how to adjust the variables with the weight, distance and speed. Adjusted them how I used to 10-12 years ago, very slowly over last year. And obviously I'm 10-12 years older, haven't done it for a while, messed my knee up, silly mistake, live and learn. But whether this was the cause of it or not, I had the MRIs on it and it was a bit of damaged cartilage and a few things and lots of inflammation and fluid and stuff in my knee. So I managed to rest that. And on a separate injury, I ruptured the soft collagen, the plantar collagen underneath my feet, my heels, my heel bone, punctured it, doing a separate thing not to do with that. So yeah, haven't had much luck. So this is my first hike of 2026. I've been on a few very local walks, no elevation, and I did go to the Peak District around Christmas, very easy walk once again, and a very low down camp. Well, near the Kinder area, but it was a very short way up, different way to I normally go. Wasn't steep. Got on okay with that. I didn't want to come over my Christmas holiday period for a camp or anything in the lakes because I didn't think coming out with a camping pack was the best idea. So I'm on a day hike today, trying to do 3 relatively easy Wainwrights, like I said. And if all this goes to plan and goes well, then I'll be able to start throwing a few camps back in. And I just want to get back out. I don't want this to ruin my hobby, which I've had for many years. Hopefully it won't. Got to stay positive. I've been training a lot smarter. I've been doing my bike, local walks, trying to do things, taking some supplements and whatnot. I know you can't actually regrow collagen back, but you can try and prevent it. from damaging further. And also, I've got my poles with me, obviously. Once I will start using those, especially on all the downhill parts. I'm just, like I said, it's not here to break any times. Obviously, I'm not doing the fan dance now this summer this year. Shame, but I want to have hiking as my long-term sport, so I don't want to have anything to put me off. So the plan is, like I said, I think we're gonna go up this now. So I'm gonna have a go anyway. Once I've got this bit out of the way, and up to Sheffield Pike, it's not too bad. Up to Hartside, and then it's the way I'm going back down Glencoyne. It's pretty gradual, so if I can just get this bit out of the way, it should be all right. But like I said, it's going to be sensible. Like I said, I've been on a few hikes and camps, haven't took the camera with me. I thought this time I will bring the camera out, get some footage together, go and enjoy the editing, and then hopefully be able to put something together. So if you're watching this, I decided to put it up, and I hope you enjoyed it. We're going back, obviously down here, and then I believe we're going up there. And like I said, we're going to go up there, taking it very, very, very steady and very, very slowly. Obviously, if I do feel any uncomfortable feelings, then I will be doubling back. But I'll keep you updated anyway. Keep your fingers crossed for me, keep your toes crossed. Don't cross your eyes too much, otherwise you won't enjoy the rest of the video. So, path is just sort of rocky, steepish, but fitness-wise for me, nothing mad. Just being very careful, like I keep saying. But yeah, it's pretty much levels out in bits like that. Other times it's a little bit more steep. But yeah, taking it steady, doing okay so far. So I will get to the top of Heron Pike, hopefully, which is just before Sheffield Pike, and we will see what the views are looking like. However, you know, I've got to show you this. It's just, I'll tell you what, I've already won. Me being able to just get to here. Like I said, we're going to do it. We're going to get to Sheffield Pike, we're going to get to Hartside, and we're going to continue with the Wainwright bagging and camping this year. But yeah, already won. Look at this. Oh yeah, awesome views. Catsy Cam, not sure if you can see this. Catsy Cam, just over there is Helvellyn. Little bit of snow on it. Can still see a little bit of snow dotted around. And I can actually hear some jets. I'd love them to come past now. What do I use? Do I get them on the GoPro? Do I get my phone camera out? They're slamming through the valley somewhere anyway. So yeah, back to the top of Heron Pike. Not back to the top, but we've got to get there, you know what I mean. Then onward to Sheffield Pike. Anything interesting, all the path changes on the way, then I will show you in case you want to do this route yourself. So Heron Pike's just there, a few people up there, so I don't want to start talking to myself. Yeah, it's basically flattened out a little bit here now. We're going to go up over there onto Sheffield Pike. Yeah, it's a little bit few steep bits, like I said, going up there. Nothing technical, but got a bit of a sweat on towards the end. I think that's the steepest part out of the way now. So yeah, up onto Sheffield Pike. It's quite boggy around here, so once again just going through it or around it. don't really matter. Don't really matter too much anyway. Because it's part of the fun. What's the point in having the waterproof boots on and stuff if you're going to go around everything? Anyway, so, a bit more cloud over Helvellyn and Cattercam areas now. The weather has said that there may be some snow flurries, possible isolated hailstorms around this area and up to Hartside where I'm going. So it's not going to be full on all day, just be, like I said, flurries of snow. May or may not happen. So yeah, you may see some. But yeah, we'll head on up to Sheffield Pike. Hopefully more views of Ullswater will have opened up, and then that will be Wainwright number 2 for the day. So I am just about to reach the cairn of Sheffield Pike. So Wainwright number 2 successful. He's just up on this. So let's get up there, and then you will be able to see Ullswater behind me, opening up even more, which I will show you better in a second. So glad I've actually had some views from here. Right, Sheffield Pike done. So the views from the top, Sheffield Pike, Ullswater there. It says looking over towards up the Kirkstone Pass, Fairfield Group, St Sunday Crag, Red Screes, all that lot. Back once again over to Helvellyn and Cattercam. Stunning from all angles. There you can see over there now all that dodgy clouds coming over, which, like I says on the weather, says rain or snow flurries. Prefer the snow flurries. It is what it is though. Part of the fun. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look around Sheffield Pike for a bit anyway. And then carry on up to Hartside. Amazing. Like I said, if these 2 Wainwrights so far, and actually the 3rd one as well, feel more of an achievement than some of the bigger and technical ones I've done, purely because I didn't know how I was going to get on with my knee, and so far, touch wood, it's been alright. So let's keep everything crossed. Let's continue. Right, strap to Hartside. Let's get down here. Well, that was a bit boggy. Presume it'd be okay in the dry, but as you know, start of 2026, it's just been rain near enough every day, literally everywhere. So yeah, very boggy. Anyway, now we are going to follow this path past the old quarry, but we're going to divert up there, I think, up and round the side of Glencoyne Head, which will go up to Hartside. And then once we've got to Hartside Summit, we're going to double back, divert a different way back to the car at Glencoyne Bay. So I'm going to make my way up this path here, get to the top of there, just when we divert off to Hartside, bring you back and show you. So yeah, it should be a fun walk. Just wanted to quickly show you this. Once we come back from down there, that's the way we're going to go back down to the car. So I just thought I'd show you the path before I head up. Right, let's follow that lady, head on up there to Hartside. So Sheffield Pike is looking awesome. So we've just been on there, just come down through the bog and up here. Now we're going up this. It is steep than it looks on the camera, but it's all right. So I'm gonna carry on making my way up here. Just thought I'd show you that path. Like I said, in case anyone watching wants to do this route yourself, at least you'll know sort of what to expect. But yeah, it's not an actual path on the map, but you know, you're just following these trodden footsteps, which I presume have been made by everyone else doing this loop to Hartside. Well, let's get on with it. Let's get up to the summit. No snow flurries yet, and don't think they're going to come, to be fair. It's supposed to clear up even more this afternoon after say 1ish, so I can't see it getting any worse. It is pretty warm though. I'll have to take this jacket off. Only got it on to keep on my camera and audio recording device in there, but yeah, I might have to switch up where I'm keeping things. So after a little bit of the grass walking, I did notice a path going off to the left, so I followed that, and that's what linked me back up to my route on the watch. And I don't know if you can see this, but the path's basically going to go along there, and right there is where the cairn is from Hartside. So I'm going to actually get up to that, yeah, double back and then come back down again. So yeah, as Mr. Alfred Wainwright said in his book, the route to Hartside and Hartside itself is quite unattractive and bland. Doesn't look too bad from that way. You can still see a bit of Ullswater, even though some mist is coming in. But this way, it is just grassy moorland really. You can see the trodden little paths which you basically follow. We're going to take the fork on the left now and go up to the cairn. Not sure it's going to be clear over there, but we might see some different views of some different mountains, weather dependent obviously. We are nearly at the summit of Hartside, nearly at the cairn. I know I can see the clouds chasing me there, and there is a few little bits of snow in the air. Nothing mad, but then again, not sure what these clouds are going to entertain me with, so we'll soon find out, I guess. But yeah, so this will be Wainwright number 3 of the day, Hartside, and then we'll basically be doubling back to that path I showed you, down Glencoyne back to Glencoyne Bay where the car park is. So this is what Hartside summit looks like. Nothing interesting as stated by Mr. Wainwright, but we will go up, touch the cairn, and then make our way back down. That's the cairn here, Hartside. Done. We might get a last couple of views from over here. Yorkshire Dales is looking just about to see in the horizon there. Like I said, some dodgy clouds about to come this way. Oh yeah. Right. Hartside done. Let's get back down. Tell you what though, it's looking very atmospheric all round. Still see some little bits of snow over there from last week when it was a lot worse, and a few more clouds rolling in here and there. But yeah, it's looking very atmospheric. Loving it. So Wainwright number 3, post knee injury, first 3 Wainwrights of the year. I'm not sure what that gets me up to now. I'll stick it on the screen. So I've still got a long way to go, and I'm hoping I can do them all. Rain is coming in a little bit more now, but nothing too mad. Anyway, I'm gonna get a move on, kind of back down to that path which splits off back to the car, then I'll show you what's going on down there so you'll know the full loop, like I said, in case you want to have a go at this yourself. But if anyone watching this has had a knee injury, wants to know, obviously depending on what it is, if you just go out, take your time, strap up like I have. We'll be using my poles on the way, on the down slopes back down. Yeah, just take your time, be sensible, train smart. Definitely keeps trying to snow. As soon as I got the camera ready to calm down a bit, but it was coming down a little bit more. Just wanted to show you. You can see Glenridding Dodd going up to Sheffield Pike, right there. So he came up onto this, up onto there. It's looking still atmospheric. Clouds still coming over, still trying to snow. But I think this is all we're going to get out, unfortunately. But yeah, got a nice view back to the fork anyway. And I can dive back down to the car. Tell you what though, the temperature started to plummet in the last 10 minutes. Right, I had to change my hat out. The wind was getting bitey, really cold. Put my gloves on as well. Keeps trying to snow, although it does look a little bit brighter there. Say snow, it's not really snow, it's sort of sleet. Bits of snowflakes, bits of rain. But yeah, nearly at that fork now, so carry on with the descent. So make sure you always come prepared as always. Never know what's going to happen. Sun, rain, snow, could be hot, could be cold. Prepare for everything, then you can't go wrong. Seen some people coming up just in like a mid-layer and trousers with just like a running vest on, no rucksack, with no bag, no waterproof jacket, no gloves, no hat, no nothing. Wasn't fell runners, just literally walking along. So I did say, oh, it's supposed to warm up and clear up later, which it is. But obviously in the meantime, you have this stuff to deal with. So right, let's get on. So I've just turned at the fork where I showed you before, heading back down that path, Glencoyne, back to Glencoyne Bay. I don't think it's going to be best view wise, but I chose this way to go down and the other way to go up, because this is more of a gradual descent, and obviously going on the downhills is going to put more strain on your knees, which I wanted less of. So it's just going to be pretty much like this most of the way down, but I will update you as we go along and hopefully get one more decent view of Ullswater. So obviously as I'm coming towards the end of the hike now, it's starting to brighten up, but they did say that was what was going to happen, so pretty bang on to be fair. However, if I turn around the other way, we have got one last awesome view of Ullswater. And this path basically just goes all the way down to the end. You turn left for less than 5 minutes and you're back at the car. So, like I said, I'll leave this in the description if anyone does want to do this route. I've saved it on Outdoor Active and Garmin, so I'm sure I'll be able to share it on one of them. Just want to thank everyone for watching. I'll definitely see you again soon. Hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow with no niggles. You can get back out on more hikes and obviously some wild camps and throw in the tent as well. I'm really excited to get back in that tent. Let's hope 2026 is going to be better than last year and we can get some consistency back on the channel. Please look after yourselves. stay positive, stay safe, and I'll definitely see you again soon.